Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are doing well. Today I am going to solve a few problems related to fund flow statement, and I hope it make more clear to you. So problem 1. Following are the comparative balance sheet of Abhishek Limited as at 31st December 2019. In liability side, we have the items share capital in the year 2018 50,000, in the year 2019 70,000, debentures 10,000, 5,000, trade creditors 8,000, 9,000, provision for doubtful debts 1,000, 2,000, profit and loss account 11,000, 14,000. Altogether in the year 2018 we have 80,000. Similarly in the year 2019 we have 1 lakh. Now go to the asset side. We have the items goodwill. In the year 2018 we have 6,000. In the year 2019 we have 4,000. Plant and machinery 22,000, 30,000. Stock 18,000, 26,000. Debtors 14,000, 22,000. Cash 15,000, 18,000. Preliminary expenses 5,000. In 2019 there is no preliminary expenses. Now go to the additional informations. Tax and dividend were paid rupees 4,000 and 5,000 respectively. Debentures were redeemed for rupees 5,000 for rupees 5,000. Book value of plant and machinery was sold for rupees 4,000. You are required to prepare a fund flow statement and statement of changes in working capital. So this is the question. In my previous class I have already discussed that in fund flow statement you have to follow the 3 steps. So that 3 step is step 1, statement of changes in working capital, and you know that working capital, it means current assets minus current liabilities. Another step is that statement of sources and application of funds for the year ended 31st December 2019. So you have to prepare the statement of sources and application of the fund. And third step you have to follow, that is statement of profit and loss account. So these are the major account you have to prepare in fund flow statement. So let's start with step 1, statement of changes in working capital. We know that it means the current assets minus current liabilities. So your duty is to identify the current assets from the asset side of the balance sheet. Goodwill is the intangible assets, plant and machinery is the fixed assets, stock is the current assets. So you have to take the stock. Debtors is the current assets, you have to take the debtors, and the cash is the current assets, so you have to take the cash also. So preliminary expenses is the fictitious assets, okay, so that will not comes under the current asset. So these 3 things we have to take: stock, debtors and cash. I will just write here. Stock, debtors and cash. So these 3 items will come in current asset: stock, debtors and cash. So you have to write the what is the amount of stock, debtors and cash. So I will just copy it: stock, debtors and cash. So I will just paste here. So there is 2 column. This column is related with 2019. This amount is related with 2019. So we have inner column and we have the outer column. Similarly in 2019 we have inner column and we have the outer column. So in inner column, make the total of this inner column. So 18,000, 14,000, 15,000. Total we have here 47,000 as the current assets. So similarly, if we add 26,000, 22,000, 18,000, we will get 66,000 as the current assets. So I will just highlight it. Now go to the current liability side. Now go to the current liabilities side. In current liabilities also similarly you have to identify the current liabilities items from the liabilities. Share capital is the long-term liability, debentures is the long-term liability, trade creditors is the current liability, provision for doubtful debts is the current liability. So these two items will come here, trade creditors and provision for doubtful debt. So trade creditors and provision for doubtful debt will come here. I'll just write here that trade creditors and another one is the provision for doubtful debt. Provision for doubtful debt. Provision for doubtful debt. So these two items will come in the current liability side. So what is the amount? Just I will just copy it, 2018 and 19 amount. So I will just paste here 2018 and 19 amount. So 2018 and 19 amount, we'll just paste here that 2018 and 19 amount. So now try to know, this is inner column, this is outer column, this is inner column, this is outer column. So total we have the current liabilities 9,000. Similarly we have here the current liabilities in 2019 11,000. Okay, so what will be the total working capital here? So now try to understand, if we deduct it, current is what will be the working capital of 2018. So working capital of 2018, if we deduct 9,000 from 47,000, we will get here 38,000. This is the working capital of the year 2018. Similarly, if we deduct 11,000 from 66,000, that current assets minus current liabilities, we will get the amount of this will be 55,000. So which one is greater? So this 55,000 is greater as compared to 2018 amount. So we can say there is increase in the working capital. If we deduct 38,000 from 58,000, we will get the amount. We will get the amount of 17,000. So 2019 is we have the working capital of 55,000, and 2018 we have the working capital of 38,000. So there is increase in the working capital. This 17,000 says that there is increase in the working capital. So our first step is over. Now I will move to the another step that is related to statement of sources and applications of funds for the year ended 31st December 2019. So before solving this, like the problem, and before going through this step 2, first of all you have to open the working notes, so which I have already opened here. It makes more clear you to understand. So first just look the balance sheet. First of all we will just start from the liability side. Share capital BD is 50,000, CD is 70,000. Okay, 50, 70,000. So brought down share capital is 50,000. So your carried down is 70,000. So what is the difference? Difference will come here, that is 20,000. So this is 70,000 total amount, this 70,000. So if we deduct 50,000 from 70,000, we will get 20,000. So what so how to write it, whether we have to write the by bank or by profit and loss account. Here it indicates that in 2018 you have 50,000, in 2019 you have 70,000. So that means there is increase in the share capital, or we can say that is there or was issue of the share capital during the year of 2019. So there is issue. When the share capital will issue, what will the journal entry? Bank account debited to share capital. So simply you have to write the by bank account here to share capital. So in here in bracket you can write issue of share capital 20,000. Now this 20,000 will transfer to sources. So I will just transfer this 20,000 issue of share capital is your share capital. I will just transfer it 20,000. It's clear to you, no, share capital. So now let's go to debentures account. So now your share capital working notes is over. We have already transferred in these sources also. Now go to the debentures. Now in debentures, is there any additional information? You have to find it. First of all, bring the brought down and carried down figure. So what is the brought down and carried down figure here? We have, so in debentures we have brought down is 10,000, carried down is 5,000. I will just take this amount. So brought down is here 10,000 and your carried down is 5,000. So in which side the amount is highest? In credit side the amount is highest. So just write 10,000 here. Just write 10,000. So what is the difference? Difference is 5,000 from here. So now try to understand what to write here. Whether we have to write to bank or to PL account, you have to understand it. Okay. So let's try to understand if there is whether there is additional information related to debentures or not. So here in additional information, first one is tax and dividend. Second one is, yes, there is additional information that debentures were redeemed for rupees 5,000. So debentures were redeemed for rupees 5,000. Now try to understand that what does the redemption, the word mean. So redemption, it means taking back of the debentures. So here it means that debentures, redemption of debentures is the process of repayment of loan taken by issue of debentures. When debentures are redeemed, liability on account of debentures is discharged. So when the debentures are redeemed, okay, when debentures are redeemed, what will be the journal entry? Journal entry will be debentures account debited to bank account. Okay, the money will goes from your side. So when it is redeemed, so you just have to write here by bank account, by bank account. So it means the redemption of debentures. It means you can write the redemption of debentures in bracket. So 5,000 is the redemption. Although this, like 5,000 additional information also is also already highlighted. So not need to worry. Simply you have to transfer this redemption of debentures amount to whether to the sources or application. It will be transferred to the applications. That is the redemption of that will be the redemption of debentures. Redemption of debentures. What is the amount of redemption of debentures? Amount is 5,000. So journal entry will be when it is redeemed, debentures account debited to bank account. That is your journal entry when the debentures are redeemed or when the debentures is redeemed. Now your debentures part is also over. This item also we have already transferred to the source applications. It's fine. Now go to the other items. Share capital is over, debentures is over. Trade creditors, not need to open this separate account because this trade creditors and provision for doubtful debts we have already treated it in the current liabilities. So now open the profit and loss account. PD is 11,000, CD is 14,000. So you just open the PL account, which I have already opened here. Just here it is given what is the BD, profit and loss account 11,000 BD, and the CD is 14,000, 11,000 and 14,000, 11,000 and 14,000. Just write here that BD is 11,000 and CD is 14,000. It's clear to you? So now your statement of profit and loss account, you have opened it. So now you have to identify whether any item that is related to the profit and loss account that should be transferred to the profit and loss account only. So now move to the asset side. In asset side, the amount, the item it is given goodwill. Now you have to open the separate account. Goodwill BD is 6,000, CD is 4,000. Now we will just go to we'll just open the goodwill account. So now the BD will not come in credit side, BD will come in debit side. Try to understand. If the item is related with liabilities, that time BD will come here in credit side. If the item is related with the like assets, that time the BD will come in the debit side logic. And the reason is that debit, you know that assets, expenses and the losses. So goodwill is the intangible assets, so that's why it is here in BD, and credit is the liability, income and gain. So I will just see the what is the amount BD and CD of goodwill, 6,000 and 4,000. So 6,000, 4,000, 6,000 and the 4,000. So I will just go for the so you just write here 6,000 and the 4,000. It is 6,000 and the 4,000. Okay, if there is any other additional information that related with goodwill, just say it. Tax, dividend, debentures, spoken. So there is no additional information related with the goodwill. So you have to understand what is the difference here. So difference in goodwill is 6,000. 6,000 is greater than 4,000. Just write 6,000 here, and just write 6,000 will come here. So difference is 2,000. So now question arises, what is this 2,000? By what it will come, by bank or by PL account? So here you have to write off. So it will goes to the by PL account only. Okay, or in bracket you have to simply write it is a write off. Now try to understand why it is a write off here. Because in the year 2018 you have the goodwill amount of 6,000. In the year 2019, that is CD, you have 4,000. So what is the difference? There is a reducing of goodwill. There is reduction of goodwill. 2,000 reduction of goodwill. So this you have to write off, and try to understand what is a write off it mean. In accounting, this is recognitions of the reduce or zero value of an assets. Anyway, a firm will write off goodwill if it thinks that a goodwill does not represent anything. So this 2,000 does not represent anything, that's why it is a write off. Okay, so it is a reducing, your goodwill amount is reduced here. So simply you have to write off. And in accounting it means that okay, the goodwill does not represent anything. See, 2,000 does not represent anything, so that's why the journal entry will be PL account debited to goodwill account when your goodwill value will be reduced as compared to 2018 to 2000 as compared to 2018, because in 2018 you have 6,000, in 2019 you have 4,000 only. So there is a reducing in the value of the goodwill. So simply you have to write up this goodwill. Okay, so simply write up means that goodwill does not have any value or does not represent anything. So here 2,000 is write off. The journal entry for write off is PL account debited to goodwill account. It's clear to you, no? So I will just transfer this PL account to PL account, this goodwill. So I will just transfer here. I will just, you have to write here to goodwill account, in bracket write on write off. So what is the amount here for write off? That amount is 2,000. Now goodwill part is also over. Now see the other things, plant and machinery. Now you have to open the separate account that related with plant and machinery. So BD is 22,000, CD is 30,000. BD is 22,000, CD is 30,000. So now open the separate account, which I have already opened here, that plant and machinery. What is the BD? BD, in BD you have the amount 22,000. What is in CD? CD you have amount of 30,000. So is there is any additional information related to plant and machinery? So let's say okay, tax, dividend, debentures. Yes, there is additional information related with plant and machinery, that book value of plant and machinery was sold for rupees 4,000. So when the plant and machinery, what will be the journal entry for selling the plant and machinery? Journal entry will be, just try to understand, when you sell the plant and machinery, bank account debited to plant and machinery. So 4,000 bank account debited to plant and machinery. Here just plant and machinery, you have to write that journal entry by bank what is the amount? Amount will be, what is the amount? Amount will be 4,000. So you sold it, you can write sales. Okay, journal entry. When you sales the plant and machinery, journal entry will be bank account debited to plant and machinery. So 4,000 you already sold, or you have already sold it. Okay. So now try to understand which in which side it is the greater amount, highest amount. In credit side it is highest amount, 34,000. Here 34,000. So what is the difference? The difference is 34,000 to 12,000. So 12,000 difference is there. So what to write here? To here you have to write to bank account. So what does this? Now look the journal entry. Plant and machinery account debited to bank account. Again I am repeating it. Plant and machinery account debited to bank account. So what does this indicate? This indicate you have purchased the plant and machinery. So it's right in bracket purchase. So 12,000. This is the journal entry which you have purchased the plant and machinery related to okay, right, the transition which you have purchased the plant and machinery. Plant and machinery account debited to bank account. So 12,000. So just transfer this also. Transfer this amount to when you purchase it or when you sales it, that directly goes to the one. It will goes to the application. This amount will goes to the sources. So 4,000 is your sources, 12,000 is your applications. So just write here just write here sales of plant and machinery. What is the amount? The amount is sales of plant and machinery is 4,000. So when you purchase it, you have to write here purchase of plant and machinery. Plant and machinery. So amount will be 12,000. So now this plant and machinery account is also over. Now go to stock. You have already recorded, debtors you have already recorded, cash you have already recorded in the current asset side. So not need to worry about it. So now last item, that is preliminary expenses. You have to open this separate account. Only BD is there, no CD is there. So open the separate account. Separate account is the preliminary expenses which I have already opened here. Preliminary expenses. In preliminary expenses, and you have only BD, that is 5,000, no CD is there. I already told you that preliminary expenses are those expenses okay, that expenses that occurred or incurred before the incorporation of the business. So total you have highest in the debit side, so difference will come here. So what you have to write here? By PL account, by PL account. So this account also you have to write off. I already given the definition. What does this what do you mean by write off? So kindly refer it. Write off. And don't think that here the by bank will not come. If you write by bank here, what will happen? Bank account debited to preliminary expenses. So think it, money is coming from preliminary expenses. What does this indicate? It does not make the sense. Okay, so you have to write the by PL account, you have to write off. So before, what does the write off means? I have already given the note also here. Preliminary expenses are those expenses that is spent by the promoters before incorporation of the company. Now transfer this 5,000. Where it will transfer? It will goes to the PL. It will goes to the PL account. Okay, it will goes to the PL account to preliminary expenses. So 5,000 will transfer here. Okay, so now let's go to the questions. So goodwill, plant and machinery, stock, debtors, cash, preliminary expenses over. Now there is nothing is left. and the additional information is your tax and dividend were paid. So we have not recorded it. Okay, you have to record it, and you know the additional information always goes in two directions, so you have to understand where it will go. When you pay the tax and dividend, if you pay the tax and dividend, it will goes in two directions. One, it will goes to the applications of the fund, and another it will goes to the profit and loss account debit side. So I simply write here one. I will write here, it will go to the application tax paid. What is the amount of tax paid? The amount of tax paid is 4,000. So another one, dividend paid. So what is the amount of dividend paid? The amount of dividend paid is 5,000. So I already told you this will goes in two directions. One direction is application, and another direction that it will goes to the profit and loss account. Where it will goes, profit and loss account, it goes in the debit side when you pay it, that is the expenses. So tax, you have to write 4,000 here, and to dividend you have to write 5,000. So this part is also over. So tax, dividend, debentures we have already treated it. Book value debentures we have already treated it. Book value of plant and machinery we have already treated. So not need to worry. Now just go through the profit and loss account and identify what is your trading profit. So identify which side the amount is highest. So you have to take that amount. Okay, just okay, if you add to 2000, if you add 2000 plus 5000 plus 4000 plus 5000 plus 14,000, if you add 2000 plus 5000 plus 4000 plus 5000 plus 14,000, the amount, total amount will be okay, 30,000. Total amount will be 30,000. So you have to write total amount will be 30,000 here, because debit side is higher than the credit side. So what is the difference here? 30,000 minus 11,000, 30,000 minus 11,000, 19,000 is here. You have to write by trading profit. This is your balance figure. This is your balancing figure. So this 19,000, again this will transfer to sources or applications. It will transfer to sources. So just transfer this 19,000 to sources, or you have to write that trading profit adjusted. I will just transfer. So you have to write here trading profit in bracket item adjusted trading profit. What is the amount? 19,000. Okay, fine. Now is there is any additional informations, just whether there is any additional information or not, you have to understand it. So just to check it, there is no additional, I guess there is no. Okay, now time is that you have to understand in which side the amount is highest. Okay, so if you add this, okay, if you add it, you get 19,000 plus 20,000 plus 4,000. What is the 19,000 plus 20? It will be 43,000. So if you add it, 12,000 5 plus 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 4,000. What is the amount? You will get the 26,000. So which side is greater? So 43,000 is highest here. Okay, so writing 43,000. Now try to understand that If you deduct 26,000 from 43,000, what the amount will come? Here the amount will be, okay, 6 3 4 3 6, okay, 17,000. So don't know 17,000. So now try to understand, it is the increase or decrease in working capital. When your sources is greater than your applications, it is increase or decrease in capital. So when your sources is greater than your application, okay, when your sources amount is greater than your application amount, that means it is increase in working capital. That is, it is increase in working capital. Now this increase in working capital should be tally with your increase in working capital of step 1. Yes, it is tally now. So the problem is solved. Thank you so much.